So petrol and diesel prices have been hiked for the fourth time within the last 12 days amid the ongoing Iran war. With the latest hike of over 2 rupees, petrol prices have crossed the 100 rupees mark in Delhi. The petrol prices were increased by 2.61 rupees, while diesel prices were hiked by 2.71 rupees. With this revision, petrol will now cost 102.12 rupees per litre in Delhi. Similarly, diesel will also cost 95.20 rupees in the national capital. It's going to have an impact across the country. My colleagues Mohit Bhatt and Ankit are joining us on the broadcast with the details. But before that, let's get you breaking updates now coming in. Government sources on oil price hike saying India saw one of the lowest fuel hikes globally. We've seen the fourth hike in 12 days and government sources saying that India has seen one of the lowest fuel hikes globally. It's just a 7.5% hike in India versus about 10% to even 90% spikes worldwide. And that India held prices steady for 78 days despite the war. So centre has cut duties, taken a revenue hit as well. The price difference across states is of course due to VAT. And OMCs were losing heavily, so partial pass-through has been done. Let's take this across to Mohit for more details. And Mohit, this is going to cause some burden to the people of the country. This is the fourth hike in 12 days. What has the government indicated on the price rise?
Well, Pratibha, the government has been maintaining this, that it's been 78 days since the West Asia conflict, and when it comes to the comparison with the other countries all across the world, because everybody in the world is feeling the heat of the energy crisis, given the fact that how Strait of Hormuz is still blocked, there is no free passage of the vessels over there carrying oil. So the government sources have said that when it comes to India, the prices that have been hiked have been lowest. In various countries, prices have been hiked to 90%, to 60%, to 40%. But when it comes to India, since the start of the West Asia conflict, only 7%, around 7% prices have been increased. But in the end, people will have to shell out more money if they want to refill their tanks. But the government sources also say that it's also because of the VAT that is being levied by various states, that there is a differential price when it comes to fuel in various states. Like, for example, in Delhi, the petrol prices are at 102, but in various other states, it could be around 111, 112 because of the state VAT. So the government also indicates that if the relief has to be provided to the customer, then that particular VAT by the respective states could be cut down. So what we see is that in past 4 weeks, there have been 4 hikes and the petrol prices in Delhi have crossed the 100 mark. And Pratibha, when it happens, when the fuel prices are being revised, when they get high, it's not just about the refueling or tank. Everything becomes costly. It has a cascading effect on everything. Your groceries becomes costly, because if the prices of fuel hike takes place, then the transportation also becomes expensive, and hence in the end it leads to the inflation. But the government maintains when it comes to the other parts of the world, India has managed to curb down the prices. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Yes, it is going to have a cascading effect in the other prices as well, and that's the biggest worry for the consumers. So this is the fourth hike in under 12 days. Ankit, before I come to you, let's break down the prices across the country and how the prices have been affected. Take a look at where the prices are going to be the highest. It is going to be in Kolkata. In Delhi, it has already crossed the psychological 100 rupees per litre mark. It has reached 102.12 in Kolkata with an increase of over 2 rupees. The prices now have reached 113.51 rupees per litre. This is for the petrol prices, and similarly in Mumbai as well, it is 111 rupees. In Chennai, it is 107 rupees. Now let's also take a look at the diesel prices. The diesel prices have also been affected. And also remember, while this is to directly buy the fuel from the petrol tanks, these prices are also going to be given to the consumers in indirect ways. The prices will go up. Now, diesel prices in Kolkata have reached 95.20. In Kolkata, it is very, very close to the 100 mark. It is at 99.82. In Mumbai, it's 97.83. And in Chennai as well, very close to the 100 mark. It is at 99.55 rupees per litre. Let's get you more breaking updates now coming in, because politics over this fuel hike has increased after the fuel prices have surged again. The Congress party has claimed that OMCs are making profits. The Congress party is saying that they're making profits. They're not under losses. So why hike the prices? Now, Manish Tewari has targeted the centre over the fuel rates, going on to say that people are being crushed by this pricing regime. The Congress party says that the OMC is profiteering, that the claims that they were undergoing losses is not true, and asking why is it that people are facing the burden of this. Let me take you through what the Congress party has said. The Congress party raising questions on the fuel price hike and going on to say that this is burdening the common man. This burdens the people. So Manish Tewari has taken to social media to question the government over the same, going on to say that this price rise is unacceptable. In fact, he raised these questions, and this also comes amid the Congress leaders also raising these questions, going on to say that it's not acceptable that these prices are going up because the burden is being borne by the common man. And not just the prices that we are going to see in the petrol bunks, but also looking at how it's going to affect everything else as well. Here's a tweet. Manish Tewari has also tagged Hardeep Singh Puri, going on to say, why Hardeep Singh Puri? Why? State-run oil marketing companies or OMCs made whopping profits in the financial year 2025-26. The three OMCs made a cumulative profit of, and then he mentions the amount, 77,280.65 crores. A 130% jump over the financial year, the previous financial year, which is 2024-25. And then going on to ask, why is it that consumers are now being burdened? Let's take this across to my colleague Dev Kotak, who's also on the broadcast with us. And Dev, politics has broken out over the fuel price hike, with the Congress party alleging that if OMCs have made profits, why should consumers be bearing these huge prices?
Well, yes, absolutely. It has turned into an entire political war of words, becoming a very BJP versus Congress scenario, where immediately party spokespersons are pulling out prices from the then Congress era and now the BJP regime. But however, the Petroleum Ministry also, right from the time the West Asia crisis, war and the situation began, where people began to feel the shortage of fuel in the country due to the delayed Indian flagged vessels not being able to cross the Strait of Hormuz, they have been going on record and officially stating the fact that the OMCs have been incurring losses for almost over a year now. In fact, the government had asked them to keep the prices low. But right now, with this situation emerging and also sort of going out of hand, the OMCs are rather forced to increase their prices, which is why the systemic price hike has continued every 1 or 2 weeks. In fact, today's fourth price rise somewhere also signals and signifies the fact that how badly the OMCs have been taking a hit for this long. In fact, after 4 years, only 2 weeks back, the first price rise was made. So that was their argument, saying that we did not raise the prices despite the fact that the country went through such tough times, including fuel crisis. Only when push came to shove and it was an extreme situation, they were forced because they could not keep bearing the losses further.
Okay.
That is why they thought that rather than them bearing it, the consumers should get ready to pay a few rupees little extra per litre on petrol and diesel as well.
Okay, all right. Ankit continues to stay live with us. Ridhita is also joining us. But before I come to you, I just want to show the difference that we've seen because all is not well and the prices have increased. Like we mentioned, this is the fourth increase in 12 days. So let's take a look at how there have been multiple hikes. It started on the 15th of May when it was increased by 3 rupees per litre and then close to 1 rupee, 0.90 rupee per litre. And then again we saw a similar hike on the 23rd, and now it's a slightly steeper hike from the previous two hikes that we are witnessing. 2.61 rupees per litre. That's how the prices have been increased. So it is going to have an impact on the consumers because the food prices, the manufacturing prices, it's all going to go up. So there will be a cascading effect. Let's take this across to Ankit. And Ankit, there have been a lot of concerns. Yes, there are Middle Eastern tensions, so it was on expected lines. But the issue is that there is no end in sight as far as the peace deal is concerned. We still don't know updates yet, which means that we may see even bigger hikes, which may see a bigger cascading effect on the everyday prices.
Yes, absolutely. In last 2 weeks, we have seen this is the fourth time when the petrol and the price of the diesel has been hiked. Let me show you the price of the petrol in Jammu city. it's almost about 104.17 rupees, and this is the rate of the diesel, 92.81. So it's affecting the pocket of the common man. It's affecting clearly affecting the pocket of common man when it comes to the petrol and the diesel prices. We will try to talk to the people over here. Sir, एक बार फिर पेट्रोल और डीजल के रेट बढ़ चुके हैं. ये चौथी बार है पिछले 15 दिन में अगर बात करें. क्या कहना चाहेंगे? एक आम जनता की जेब पर असर पड़ रहा है?
देखिए, तेल से तो आम जनता की जेब पे बहुत असर पड़ता है. लेकिन हमें ये भी समझना होगा कि इंटरनेशनल मार्केट फोर्सेस वैसी ही ड्राइव कर रही हैं, तो उसकी वजह से कर भी क्या सकते हैं. तो देश को थोड़ा सा, मेरा ख्याल है कि गवर्नमेंट कोशिश कर रही है चारों तरफ से उसको कंट्रोल करने की, बट मुझे नहीं लगता देश के भी कंट्रोल में इस वक्त ज़्यादा है.
So these are the voices from the Jammu. There is a mixed reaction. On the one side, they are saying that we are with the government, but on the other side, some people are clearly saying that it's affecting the pocket of the common people. In last 14 days, there has been a fourth time when the price of petrol and the diesel has been hiked, and it clearly affects the pocket of the common people.
Yes, the food and essential products prices will also go up. The common man is going to be affected. There's also a lot of politics around it. Let's get our viewers details of the BJP hitting back at the opposition after the Congress party raised questions on why the burden was being put on the consumers. The BJP has responded, going on to say it's the same central excise duty in every state, going on to say the Congress party is looting people in its own state. BJP claiming that fuel prices have surged in the Congress rule states, citing the Congress rule state data to slam the government. Let's take a look at what the BJP has said. This is a tweet from Pradeep Bhandari of the BJP, going on to say BJP versus Congress states on the petrol prices. Same central excise duty in every state of India, but look at the difference. Yet Delhi is at 102 rupees per litre, Gujarat is at 101 rupees per litre, and then he makes a comparison with the Congress ruled states, going on to say in Telangana, which is ruled by the Congress, it is 118 per litre, Kerala, which is the Congress, again 114 per litre, Karnataka, again it's the Congress party in power, 110 rupees per litre. The party that lectures Modi government on fuel prices taxes its own people 16 rupees more per litre. Congress under Rahul Gandhi is a hypocrite. That's the attack that has come in from the BJP on this. The BJP going on to criticize the Congress party, going on to say this is nothing but hypocrisy. Now let's shift our attention and listen in to Hardeep Singh Puri. He said that fuel prices in India are comparatively much lower than any other nations. The Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas saying that India has not increased fuel prices in the last 4 years and has sufficient stocks of crude oil, LNG as well as LPG despite the ongoing disruptions around the Strait of Hormuz. The minister said that the uncertainty around the supply disruptions due to the closure of Strait of Hormuz began on the 28th of February and had entered its 75th day. But India had converted the challenge into an opportunity by boosting domestic LPG production. Hardeep Singh Puri going on to say the government was closely monitoring the situation daily and urged against any panic while calling for voluntary moderation in certain activities if the crisis prolongs.
वेस्ट एशिया में युद्ध चल रहा है. आज करीब उसके कितने 80 दिन होने वाले हैं. पिछले 4 साल में हमने ये दूसरा मेजर युद्ध है. पहले रूस और यूक्रेन के बीच हुआ, वो 4 साल फरवरी 2022 में हुआ, और अभी पिछले 80 दिन में ये युद्ध चल रहा है. तो इसमें कई हमारे पास नई समस्याएं जिनका सामना करना पड़ता. तो मुझे बहुत खुशी है आपको ये बताते हुए कि भारत एक ऐसा देश है विश्व भर में जिसमें ना कच्चे तेल की, ना पाइप नेचुरल गैस की, ना एलपीजी की कोई कमी हमने होने दी. एंड समय पे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने निर्णय लिए. हम वाराणसी में, काशी में हम ये चाह रहे हैं.
So West Asia war continues to have its impact on the market. The rupee opened stronger at 95.34 against the US dollar, supported by a sharp decline in global crude oil prices. Brent crude has slipped below the significant $100 a barrel mark and has been trading at $98.274 per barrel. Let me go across to my colleague Ridhita, who's joining us from the ground, on the impact that it's having on the people. And Ridhita, Kolkata also sees one of the highest prices across the country. What is the impact on ground? Are you seeing people line up at the petrol bunks? What are the people saying about the impact that it's going to have?
Well, absolutely. You see, this is the fourth hike in the last 15 days, and Kolkata has surpassed the rate of 100. It is 113 today for the petroleum, and for diesel it is 99, almost touching 100. But what is people saying from the petrol pump? You see, already long queues have started here in the early wee hours of a Monday morning. People have gathered outside the petrol pump to queue. They are queuing up to refill their cars as the week starts in. We'll just speak to them to get an understanding as to what are they saying and what are the crunch that they're facing. Dada, this is the fourth hike that we are seeing in the last 15 days. How much effect is it falling on your Aam Aadmi pocket?
কি করা যাবে বলে আমি তো বাড়লে তো কিছু করার নেই কষ্ট তো হচ্ছে
कितना इफेक्ट पड़ रहा है आपके पॉकेट पे?
पॉकेट पे तो इफेक्ट पड़ेगा ही लेकिन क्रूड ऑयल का दाम आज सुना कुछ कम हुआ लेकिन फिर भी तो शायद 11 दिन में 4 बार बढ़ा है दाम
शायद बढ़ भी सकता है तो प्रिपेयर्ड है आप लोग इसके लिए
क्या प्रिपेयर्ड होगा
So you see that people are saying that we are facing problem, but this was supposed to happen and we are preparing for it. दादा, ये जो पेट्रोल का दाम पिछले चार बार बढ़ चुका है पिछले 15 दिनों में, कितना इफेक्ट गिर रहा है आम आदमी के पॉकेट पे?
Okay, all right. So people are waiting and queuing up at the petrol bunks. They feel that the prices may go up in the coming days. It's the fourth time that we are seeing a hike in the last 12 days. Ridhita, thank you for joining.